ultimately, they gave me an issue, as you do sometimes in business. There was the Hydrate Biosand water filter. We had been working with Rotary International. We had been working with others, and the not-for-profit that we were making the filter for was on the brink of going out of business. This was, again, just after 2008. And so our idea was, how can we change this model? And so, having taken Stu's class in the base of the pyramid work, really thought about how can we do a entrepreneurship model at the base of the pyramid? How can we, sell water filters, and really spent some time in Africa and Latin America, trying to understand, water is such a huge issue globally. And before COVID, half of the world's hospital beds were people suffering from waterborne illnesses. And it's just something that, living in Michigan, where water is abundant and clean, it's something that you didn't really necessarily have an understanding of. And so really my first year was spending a lot of time with that project, kind of developing a future vision for that. And ultimately, we partnered with Native Energy out of Vermont, actually near Burlington. And I had worked at ERT, which was the first greenhouse gas registry, and actually using the water filters within people's homes actually displaced the need to boil the water. So it actually had a carbon credit. And so we were able to have the carbon financing help offset the cost of the filters in the developing countries. And then also, we also found that since they're distributed in each home, they were less likely to be susceptible to corruption. Like if you put in a well and somebody comes and says, okay, give me $5 and I'll let you use this well. It's within the home. It actually typically is, they did some studies at the University of North Carolina, and it's more maintained because it's within each home, and it takes within the domicile of the woman in the household. And so it's kind of very interesting, lots of different things to deal with the Hydrate Biosand water filter. But that was my first year at Cascade. And before that, I really was led by a desire to make a positive impact. I know it sounds a little bit silly, but having grown up in that, I really spent time working with Solar Light for Africa, Pro Peru, working with micro enterprise development. I worked at a greenhouse gas registry, and then the Sustainable Global Enterprise immersion. And I actually didn't realize that many businesses didn't think the way that we do. It was a kind of a rude awakening, actually, to understand when I was at Accenture and other places and saw into businesses just some of the negatives of what can be in a business, because I had grown up with Cascade. And so I think that was when I really understood that it was truly a unique thing, which I still struggle with because I don't want it to be unique. I think it's the right way to do business and everybody should be doing it that way. But it's part of what drove me to come back to Cascade and to really help in an area where I think we can make a positive impact.